24th question, it is given as show that the right circular cone of least curved surface. Least curved surface means minimizing the curved surface, and given volume means volume is constant, has an altitude equal to root 2 time the radius of the base. Means we need to prove finally over here, as if we are assuming altitude as height, that is h, radius as r, then finally we have to prove h is equal to root 2 r. Now in the cone we have taken the dimensions as radius small r, height is h, and the slant height taken over here is L. And as it is a cone, it makes a right angle like in this form. So L square is taken as h square plus r square and L value is taken up as under root of h square plus r square. Now volume of cone calculated is V equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h, which is a constant given. Now from the statement of volume or from the formula of volume, we will make h as subject here. So taking 3 the other side and pi r square the other side, we get h is equal to 3v upon pi r square. This statement will mark it as 1. We did not make r as a subject because as it is r square, if we take r square separately, then it will become under root. Now surface area of cone, if we mark it as A, it is calculated as pi r L. Now A is equal to pi r, substituting the value of L as under root h square plus r square. Now as to remove this root, we can square both the sides. So we get a square is equal to pi square r square into h square plus r square. Now in the place of h square, substituting 3v upon pi r square from 1, we get a square is equal to pi square r square into 9v square upon pi square r raised to 4 plus r square. Taking LCM, we get a square is equal to pi square r raised to square 9v square plus, if we are multiplying pi square r raised to 4 with r square as an LCM, we get pi square r raised to 6 divided by pi square r raised to 4. Cancellation of these two terms, pi square and pi square gets cancelled, r square gets cancelled with r raised to 4 and 2r remains here. So after the cancellation, we get a square as 9v square plus pi square r raised to 6 divided by r square. Now to avoid the differentiation by taking up the division rule, we can separately divide each of these terms by r square. So dividing it separately, we get here a square is equal to 9v square upon r square plus pi square r raised to 4. Now this statement of a square, to make our calculation more easy and differentiation more easy, we will mark it as f of r. So f of r means it is a square statement. So it becomes 9v square upon r square plus pi square r raised to 4. Now differentiating this statement with respect to r, we get f dash r is equal to 9v square d by dr of r raised to minus 2. As r is in the denominator, we will take the power up, so it becomes r raised to minus 2, and derivative of r raised to 4 becomes 4r cube. So this is how the first derivative is calculated for fr. Now taking up the derivative of r raised to minus 2 as minus 2r raised to minus 3, we get, after simplifying it, as f dash r is equal to 9 into minus 2 makes minus 18 v square upon r raised to 3, taking the reciprocal of r raised to minus 3, plus 4 pi square r raised to 3 remains as it is. Now the first derivative statement, we always mark it as 1 or 2. Here 1 we have already taken here, so we have marked here 2. Now to calculate the value of r, we will take the first derivative equal to 0. So f dash r equal to 0, taking minus 18v square upon r cube the other side, and then going for cross multiplication, r cube into r cube makes r raised to 6, and 18v square upon 4 pi square, cancellation gives 9v square upon 2 pi square. So r raised to 6 value becomes 9v square upon 2 pi square. This is the value of r raised to 6. Now differentiating 2 with respect to r for the second derivative, we get minus 18v square, derivative of r raised to minus 3 makes it minus 3r raised to minus 4, plus r square derivative, r cube derivative is 3r square, so it gives us 12 pi square r square. So this is how the second derivative is calculated. Multiplying minus 18 minus 3 makes it 54v square r raised to 4 plus 12 pi square r square. Now as all the terms, that is the power of r is even, then this whole term becomes positive, so it is greater than 0. Therefore it becomes minimum when the value of r raised to 6 is equal to 9v square upon 2 pi square. This we have marked it as statement 3. Now we will take up the h statement and making a cube of it. The reason why it is to be made cube, because r square is there. If you cube it, it becomes r raised to 6. Now r raised to 6 value we directly have it. So taking it up as r raised to 6 and substituting the value of r raised to 6 in h cube and calculating it, we get h cube is equal to 6v upon pi. Now keeping the value of h cube in the statement of volume of cone, that is 1 by 3 pi r square h. So v equal to pi h cube by 6. That is, we have made from this statement v as a subject, so it becomes v equal to pi h cube by 6. Now substituting this value in 1, that is in the formula of h, and simplifying it, we get h is equal to 3 upon pi r square into v value is substituted here, pi h cube upon 6. Cancellation gives us h and h cube gets cancelled to h square, and 2r square remains in the denominator. That goes this side, makes it 2r square equal to h square, and taking the root, it makes h is equal to root 2 r. So this is how it is proved that altitude is root 2 r. So this is a complete simplification that is to be done very carefully, making v as a subject from this statement, which helps us to substitute the value of v in the formula of h, that is the very first statement. 25th one, it is given as, show that the semi-vertical angle of the cone of the maximum volume and of given slant height is tan inverse root 2. Now the semi-vertical angle is given in this way in a cone. We have to prove that this angle theta is equal to tan inverse root 2 if the volume is maximum. Now taking up the dimensions as radius of the cone as r, height as h, and slant height as l. Now expressing it in terms of cos theta and sin theta by taking up this right angle triangle, we get here as cos theta is h upon l and sin theta becomes r by l if theta is the angle. Now expressing height in terms of l cos theta by shifting l the other side, and expressing r, that is radius, in terms of l sin theta. Now volume of cone we have as 1 by 3 pi r square h. So keeping in the place of r as l sin theta and squaring, we get l square sin square theta, and h is l cos theta. So the volume of cone in terms of theta becomes v is equal to 1 by 3 pi l square into l makes it l cube sin square theta cos theta. Now once we have expressed volume in terms of theta, we have to go for first derivative, and first derivative over here is being differentiated with respect to theta. Using multiplication rule of differentiation, we have dv by d theta is equal to 1 by 3 l cube and pi, they are constant, so they are being kept out. First, the derivative of cos theta is taken, sin square theta is as it is, plus cos theta. Using chain rule of power, d by d theta of sin square theta and then d by d theta of sin theta. So we get dv by d theta is equal to 1 by 3 pi l cube. Derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta. Cos theta as it is. Derivative of power becomes 2 sin theta, and sin theta is cos theta. Now taking up this term first, we get, and sin theta outside as common, we get 2 cos square theta minus sin square theta, and sin theta is taken out common. This statement we have marked it as 1, so that the second derivative is to be calculated of this statement. Now to calculate the value of theta, we equate the first derivative to be equal to 0. So therefore, the statement becomes 1 by 3 pi l cube sin theta is equal into 2 cos square theta minus sin square theta equal to 0. Now taking up all the terms to other side, we are left out only with the bracket 2 cos square theta minus sin square theta equal to 0. So it becomes sin square theta equal to 2 cos square theta. Shifting cos square theta the other side in the denominator, we get sin square theta upon cos square theta equal to 2. So that makes tan square theta equal to 2. So therefore tan theta is equal to root 2. And if we are shifting tan the other side, it becomes theta equal to tan inverse root 2. Now taking up the Pythagoras for the value of sin theta and cos theta. If tan theta is root 2, so perpendicular is root 2, base is 1, hypotenuse comes out to be root 3. So cos theta value becomes 1 by root 3, sin theta value becomes root 2 upon root 3. This calculation we have done so that in the second derivative we can substitute the value of sin theta and cos theta. Now again differentiating 1 with respect to theta, that is again differentiating the first derivative with respect to theta, we get the second derivative. So using the rule of multiplication, we get d square v upon d theta square is equal to 1 by 3 pi l cube constant sin theta as it is. Derivative of cos square theta becomes 2 cos theta, and again the derivative of cos theta, that is using chain rule, we get minus sin theta, and derivative of sin square theta becomes 2 sin theta, that is using chain rule, 2 sin theta cos theta. Then keeping 2 cos square theta minus sin square theta as it is, calculating the derivative of sin theta, we get cos theta. Expanding the bracket, we get 1 by 3 pi l cube minus 4 cos theta sin square theta minus 2 sin square theta cos theta plus 2 cos cube theta minus sin square theta cos theta. Further simplifying it, we get 1 by 3 pi l cube 2 cos cube theta as it is, and adding all the like terms, we get minus 7 sin square theta cos theta. Now keeping the value of cos theta as 2 upon root 3 and making cube, the value of cos theta is 1 upon root 3, taking the cube of it makes it 1 upon 3 root 3. Keeping the sin theta value as root 2 upon root 3, squaring it gives 2 by 3, and cos theta as 1 by root 3. Operating this bracket, we get 1 by 3 pi L cube as it is. 2 minus 14 makes it minus 12 upon 3 root 3. Cancellation gets minus 4 pi L cube upon 3 root 3. So we have got a negative answer, and as it is less than 0, the volume is maximum when theta is equal to tan inverse root 2. So we have maximized here the volume by calculating the value of sin theta and cos theta after getting the value of tan theta. So this is how the volume is maximized when the semi-vertical angle is tan inverse root 2. 26th example. It is somewhat similar to what we have done in 25th. The question is, show that semi-vertical angle of right circular cone of given surface area and maximum volume is sin inverse 1 by 3. Surface area given means it is a constant, and we have to maximize here the volume. The dimensions taken over here is radius is r, height is h, slant height is L, semi-vertical angle as theta. So the value of L becomes under root of h square plus r square with the help of Pythagoras being used here. Now as surface area is given constant, the surface area of cone is pi r L plus pi r square. Keeping the value of L as under root h square plus r square, we get S equal to pi r under root of h square plus r square plus pi r square. Shifting pi r square the other side, we'll get S minus pi r square is equal to pi r under root h square plus r square. So pi r shifted the other side, we get under root of h square plus r square is equal to S minus pi r square upon pi r. Now to avoid more of the confusions and complications, root is removed, so the other side becomes square, and we get h square plus r square is equal to S minus pi r square upon pi r whole square. R square shifted the other side, it becomes minus r square. So h square is completely expressed in terms of r. So this statement we will mark it as 1. Now to maximize the volume of cone, we will take the formula of volume of cone as 1 by 3 pi r square h. Now to substitute the value of h square directly, we will square this formula. So we get v square equal to 1 by 9 pi square r raised to 4 h square. Now in the place of h square, substituting from 1 the value, we get v square is equal to 1 by 9 pi square r raised to 4. Inside the bracket we get s minus pi r square upon pi r whole square minus r square. Now expanding the bracket, that is using a minus b whole square formula, and squaring even pi r, we get this statement. Then after taking the LCM and multiplying r square with pi square r square, we get pi square r raised to 4, which cancels with pi square r raised to 4 in the expansion of this bracket. So finally whatever is left out after the cancellation, we get v square is equal to 1 upon 9 r square Here also the cancellation is being taken place. Pi square got cancelled. R raised to 2 and R raised to 4 gets cancelled to 2. So outside remains 1 by 9 R square. Inside the bracket, after the cancellation, we get S square minus 2 pi S R square. Here S is constant, that is the surface area. So taking R square inside and multiplying inside the bracket so that our differentiation becomes easy. So the complete volume formula after substituting the value of H square and expanding the brackets, taking the LCM, all this procedure and perfect simplification gives V square is equal to 1 upon 9 S square R square minus 2 pi S R raised to 4. Now taking up V square as FR for the differentiation with respect to R. So f dash R we get 1 by 9 as it is. Derivative of R square is 2R. Derivative of R raised to 4 makes it 4R cube. So 4 into 2 makes it 8 pi S R cube. Now to calculate the value of R, the first derivative is equated to 0. Equating the first derivative to 0, taking out RS common, that is 2RS coming out common, 9 goes this side, gets 0. Inside the bracket remains S minus 4 pi R square and that is equated to 0. R equal to 0 is not possible. So 4R square is equal to S. R square will become S upon 4 pi. This implies the value of R as, taking the root, gives root S upon 2 root pi. This statement is marked as 3. Now to maximize the volume, statement number 2 is again differentiated with respect to R. So differentiating that for the second derivative, we get 1 by 9 2s square minus 24 pi s r square. This is the second derivative of this fr. First derivative we have already calculated. First derivative's derivative give this as our second derivative. Now keeping in the place of r square s upon 4 pi from the statement number 3. Again cancellation gives us 1 by 9 2s square minus 6s square with all the cancellation, and finally we get minus 4s square upon 9 as 2 minus 6. As it is negative, it is less than 0, therefore volume is maximum when r is under root s upon 2 root pi. Now to get the value of h, we will be substituting r square in statement number 1. R square value is s upon 4 pi, which will be substituted here. Substituting it and going for the cancellations, inside the bracket and in the place of r square outside, s upon 4 pi is kept. Taking the LCM as 4, we get 4s upon s divided by 4 whole square, and down we get pi s upon 4 minus s upon 4 pi. Squaring the bracket, this gives us 3, so it becomes 9s square upon 4 square is 16. Taking 4 up and pi s down and minus s upon 4 pi as it is, again the cancellations gives us 9s upon minus s upon 4 pi. That makes it 8s upon 4 pi So 9s minus s gives us 8s upon 4 pi. That is the value of h square. Again cancellation gives 2s upon pi. Now we have to prove that it is sine inverse 1 by 3. Now from the semi-vertical angle, perpendicular is r and hypotenuse is L. Sine is r by L. So calculating the value of L from L square equal to h square plus r square, substituting the value of h square and r square as s upon 4 pi, taking the LCM, we get L square equal to 9s upon 4 pi, and L becomes, by taking the root as 3 by 2 root s upon root pi. This statement we will mark it as 4. We have the value of r and L. Now we will take it up semi-vertical angle theta in terms of sine theta. So sine theta will be equal to r by L. R value is root s upon 2 root pi. L value calculated is 3 root s upon 2 root pi. So 2 root pi and 2 root pi gets cancelled. Root s and root s also gets cancelled, and 1 by 3 remains. So we got here sine theta is equal to 1 by 3. Shifting sine the other side, the semi-vertical angle becomes sine inverse 1 by 3. So this is how semi-vertical angle is being calculated when the volume is maximum. The most important thing over here is calculating each and every term perfectly, as well as calculating the derivatives also perfectly.